Hello, in this lesson we're going to talk more about bow technique. One thing that's very, very important about the bow technique is that they said in 17th century France that Marais and Forqueray made the sound of one note that sounded like a big church bell. That means once you played the note, the resonance that happens afterwards should sound just like a bell. Every time you play, every minute you play, you should be thinking much about the sound. That's the most important thing with the viol. It's the thing that makes us attracted to the viol, is its beautiful sound. So for this exercise, we're going to go on and do some of the same notes that we did in the last exercise with some more little tips to help you along. The first thing is I'm going to show you my metronome. You can buy an electronic metronome. My metronome is on ClearTune. This is one of the many programs that is used for music. ClearTune has the advantage also that they have a very nice tuner in it. And if you use the metronome setting, for this exercise you're going to set the metronome, as you see, to 67 beats and 4 beats in a measure. And as you see, this metronome turns pink on the first beat of each measure. That helps you visually also to play more in time. So, what we're going to do is we're now going to look at the exercise, which are the same notes that you had in the last exercise. You notice when you close this window and you start practicing the exercise that the musical notes now have symbols underneath them. One symbol is P and the other symbol is T. P in French means pousser, means push bow. T in French means tirer, which is pull bow. These symbols were used by Marais and Forqueray and Quai de Valois and Capus and Forqueray and many other composers. So it's a standard symbol that I will use in my method, because this method, as I mentioned, is to teach you how to play the viol from the beginning, but using French technique that I've learned by living in France for so long. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn the metronome on, which I just did, as you can hear. And we're going to play the exercise each note twice. Push bow, push bow, pull bow, push bow, 4 beats to each bow, push bow, pull bow, push bow, pull bow. I'll do that again. So this is note A, push, A, B, which is written P underneath for push, B, T for tirer, C, push, P, pull, T, C sharp, push, pull, C, push, B, D, pull. Now, let me turn the metronome off. For this exercise, what's really important is to do it 3 times. The first time, you're going to make sure that you look at your fingers. And if you have a mirror, it's a really good idea to have a mirror, so you can make sure that your fingers are round, that each finger is parallel to each fret, and that you're pushing on the string, as you said in the previous lessons, just before the fret and not on the fret and not between the fret. Second time, play through the exercise and look at your bow. Is your bow parallel to the bridge? Are you pushing on the hair only with your middle finger and not pressing with the thumb or the first finger? Also, what happens often is when you're using the bow, you'll make a mistake. Oops, it's the wrong note. And what happens is you're going to pull afterwards. For having the bow in the right, going the right way, what you have to do is that if you make a mistake, you're pushing Oh, there's a mistake, pull. You have to push it again to make sure wherever you are that you find the right direction of the bow. The bow direction is very, very important. So make sure when I write P or T on the notes that you follow that. Now, for the third time, with the metronome, all the exercises for this thing should have the metronome on 67, as I said, with 4 beats in a measure. For this exercise, play it the last time, third time, with your eyes closed. With your eyes closed, you listen to make sure that each note sounds like that great bell of the Saint Germain Church here in Paris, the bell that Marais and Forqueray imitated when they played the viol. This will be the end of this lesson. So close the window, look at the little music notes that I gave to you, the little score, and try to do this diligently with 67 beats a measure until all those 3 points, fingers, bow, and sound, are mastered.